My name is Dennis Domsky. I'm known as Dennis, but my name actually is Dionysi. But it's easier for everybody to call me Dennis. I have been a member of this club since 1967. The club was open, this particular building was opened in 1965. So it's quite a number of years since. It started just after the war, especially just after the war in Edinburgh to start with, when Association of Ukrainians was formed by Ukrainians serving in Canadian Army or Canadian Air Force, to be right, and then also a lot of Ukrainians that served in Polish Army. So they decided to start Association of Ukrainians in 1946, and in 1947 a lot of people, such as myself, came to this country, what they were called DP, displaced persons, who found themselves in Germany after the war and nowhere to go after the war. And it was very kind of British government to accept us in this country. We couldn't go to our own country from Germany after the war. We couldn't, because our country, Ukraine, was occupied by Russian communists, by a regime of Stalin at the time. And we have experienced a lot of bad things during Soviet Union. As a youngster, I didn't want to go back to the same regime. So therefore, I'm looking forward to be a member of some other community if I was accepted. These two plates are dedicated to, in memory of the millions of innocent people, victims of enforced famine, genocide in Ukraine, engineered by Joseph Stalin during the 1932 and 1933 years. Everybody wanted to go back, but knowing the circumstances, just it wasn't a right thing to do, and that's why we stayed, came to this country, and then as a community, as more people came to this country, as a community, the Association of Ukrainians was organized and we became members. And then, of course, wherever we found ourselves, whether it was Huddersfield and other towns, community got together and they wanted a place of their own, and decided probably to buy some premises to create a Ukrainian club for Ukrainian community. It was run down, and we probably, a lot of people say we got it very cheap at the time, but that times move and the prices move down, up and down, more up than anything, and the community paid £15,000, and this money was lent by the members. Whoever could lend or some donated to make that sum, and whoever, there's a list in the club who lent how much, who donated how much, and it's still there on there's 142 people that donated or lent the money to buy these premises. People were willing in those days to put as much effort to improve the things, and they did. Just for instance, I'll tell you one example. In 1948, that's only 12 months after I arrived here, I was appointed as an administrator of these premises, and we wanted to do this forecourt because it's in a bad state, and we decided to concrete. So we prepared all the material and asked people just on a piece of paper, on a notice board, please come who can to help us to do this concrete. And about 40 to 50 people turned up with shovels and pickaxe and what have you, and that's what we did. We Ukrainians were received by English people in Huddersfield very well indeed. We were known as very hard-working people, and a lot of people of our Ukrainian people worked in textiles, and they never had a problem changing a job, because when mentioned that is Ukrainian, right, yes, that's all right, you can start tomorrow. We're looking forward to see the Tour de France passing our buildings and probably seeing it from there as well. Not only me, all our members are really excited about that. We made special effort to a side of the road to make people comfortable so they can stand or sit down and watch it going by.